What's up, guys? We're back. We're back post-match reaction to Bodo Glimt. Manchester United 3, Bodo Glimt 2. Rivals might look at that score and think, oh, United in the mud. United in the mud. Little Bodo Glimt. They couldn't smash them. Do you know what? The scoreline would tell you that this game was a tense affair for Man United when actually it wasn't. It really wasn't, which is strange because it reads close reading on the scoreline. Well, actually, do you know what? From what I expected from this team versus what we generally got, I'd have to say I'm quite happy. I'm quite happy with the performance of the team. Yeah, seeing how the players played individualistically, but some of the patterns as well, some of the themes of the tactical aptitude of some passages of play. I think certain individuals did quite well today. Of course, star of the show, Rasmus Højlund, finding the back of the net twice, and also getting an assist. Opening the scoring, pressing the goalkeeper, making things uncomfortable from the get-go, pressing on to Hikin, their goalkeeper, forcing a mistake, and setting it up for Garnacho to score the opening goal in the first minute or so. So, yeah, I think in terms of the start, a bit of intensity, trying to work some damage early into the game. And I was happy with the way that we came into things, started proceedings. I think with what we saw after that, I think first half overall, Man United relatively comfortable. The first goal for Bodo Glimt is one that we didn't really deal with too well. I think defensive coverage in midfield was lacking again, but the recovery from the back three, the back line, the defensive line, recovered quite well because they were looking to exploit the high line with the ball over the top and quite a bit of pace in their attack, and it did cause us issues. It caused us issues, but they didn't punish us more than what they did. But I thought for the chances that they had, did Bodo Glimt, they did relatively well. The first goal, cut back, finish, not in question at all. The second goal, I think, is just an essence of maybe misfortune or maybe not reading the danger or seeing it early. Tyrell Malacia left for dead completely off the back of the run in the blind spot, and by which point he's completely left him for dead, and it's difficult to stop a goal from happening from that position. So I wouldn't say that we conceded our goals tonight from bad play. I don't think we generally played badly in certain aspects of the game. I felt like it was a very 6 out of 10 performance, like thereabouts just above average as a default for the game, with then moments of like good interchanging play, good pass and move, passages of play, trying to utilize the cross a little bit more. Højlund getting in on the end of one of those crosses. Overall, just a very good game. I think Mason Mount, fairly good impression. I think Ugarte did okay this game. I thought Bruno Fernandes, not really a sort of defensive player, so I think he was missed a little bit at times in the defensive positions. Um, but going forwards, I think didn't do anything outlandish, and that's something that we can appreciate. Bruno Fernandes not going completely haywire, trying to turn himself into the star of the show, and put the team first. And for the first time in a long, long time, we've had our striker get a few chances, and he's been able to convert some of those chances. As much as Malacia defensively looked a bit suspect, he was very involved today, and I think that's the sort of game that Tyrell Malacia is going to need, where he's very, very involved. He's got the ball at his feet a lot of the time. Let's see what you offer this team. Let's see what it is you can give to this team. I'd say one gripe that I have with Malacia is that he didn't opt for the right choice of delivery, or didn't opt to put in the cross when it was on, right? And whether that's a case that his mind's maybe not quite up to tip-top sharpness. At the same time, he didn't waste. He wasn't really wasteful with it. I think it was the opportunities were there to make good on a cross, but he didn't then do a stupidness and turn over possession quite cheaply. Anthony, I thought, hot and cold, but not a negative presence on the pitch. So I mean, I can't complain. Can't complain. Mazraoui, solid, very, very solid. I think Onana, despite conceding 2 goals, couldn't really do much with the goals in that regards, but did deliver a couple of saves as well. So kept the scoreline at bay in when the time called upon him. So again, not really a confidence hamperer or dampener for Andre Onana. And yeah, I just think with Martinez, De Ligt, Mazraoui, that back three, very strong, very solid. Substitutions, I don't really think that the subs made all that much of an impact, but I like that Ruben Amorim's trying things. I like that he's moving chess pieces around, that he's putting players into different positions, and there's an idea there, right? And it's like he's between Ipswich and today. They've definitely worked on something there. And the fact that Marcus Rashford, though he started up top against Ipswich, he was played a little bit further off to the left. I think it was the left, or the right. It's the left or the right. But playing more as a support player to the striker, and that sort of poses the question: what sort of player is Rashford in this Ruben Amorim system? Where is it going to be on the pitch that we'll see the best version of Marcus Rashford? I personally, I don't know. I couldn't tell you, but Amorim's willing to experiment with it and try and find something that works or gets the best results at the very least. Diallo, when he came on, tried to make things happen. Final delivery or the execution, not quite there, to be honest. Not quite there. But can't fault Diallo for trying. Luke Shaw, that replaced Lisandro Martinez, didn't really do all that much. Casemiro and then Dalot also in the same boat. But though the substitutions didn't make that much of an impact, I still think that despite that being the case, there's still intent from the manager to keep things fresh and to change, fine tune things a little bit, and it definitely gives me a bit of confidence because it becomes a case that's like you're not really going to see the manager let the game slip away from us. So I'm relatively happy with that. Fuzzy the Master Troll, big upsell. Here we go. Here we go. 3 different accounts. Glory, glory, Man United. And now there's Boy Herbert. Oh my days. Good lord. The state of that. Anthony was great though. Anthony wasn't great though. He wasn't great, but a tidier, I'd say a tidier performance um, versus his recent run of appearances. So it's better than nothing. It's better than nothing, which is not it's not impressive, all that impressive, considering that you're sort of measuring it against um, not a very um, not a very big case sample. Mama Budgie, oh my good lord, what is that? Can only be number 10, but Rashford is shit. Yeah, Rashford. Rashford is quite rusty, quite dusted, quite finished at Man United. I'm firmly in the camp that Rashford is not really got an awful lot left to offer Man United now, and would be better with us passing ways and finding an alternative option. Um, but let's see what happens with the January transfer window because that's just around the corner. Um, and a couple of stats. A couple of stats. I mean, ball possession, about 72, 73% possession, which is what you want. You know, possession was quite comfortable. Not really. I think at times we were pressed a little bit, but you know, we looked after the ball a lot better and for longer in this game, which is a definite clear sign, clear progression from Ipswich because we didn't really have the ball under control. We were overthinking a bit too much in the Ipswich game. This game focused on some of the simplicity factors a little bit more, and we did just that. 20 goal attempts, plenty of chances being made, but 6 shots on target. From the ones that we got on target, challenge the goalkeeper, score 3 goals from it. The quality of chance, XG, looking at about 2.63, which is relatively good. Relatively good. Um, but one thing that I'll say as far as the that's a good stat to make note of is the passing. 789 total passes with 722 completed. That's very high. That's very, very high. Um, I'll have a look at what if it'll actually tell me what the percentage of it is. So I'll find out what it is. Yeah, I don't think it's going to give me what I'm looking for. Supposedly, supposedly, it's a really, really high percentage. 92%. That's 92% passing accuracy after 700, nearly 800 passes. 92%. That tells you a team is working to keep the ball. That tells you that the team is working hard to play possession. So that's something to appreciate. I do look at that and I think that's good. That's good. That's good news. That's a Man United team that usually, when under pressure, when tasked with keeping the ball, they don't move the ball around all that much. They don't really keep it moving. And today just exonerated the ability that they can have in looking after the ball. Really work hard to keep it. The more possession you have, the more tidier you are with the ball you do tend to create, the more clear-cut chances. And I thought in various moments during this game, we could have scored a whole lot more goals. A whole lot more goals. We hit the bar as well. I think it was Mason Mount that hit the bar in this game. But yeah, just overall, a very. I think with the preview for this game, I stated that I want to see a little bit of progression. Right, I wanted to see things get a little bit better. Um, Today we looked like we had an idea, and we didn't lose sight of that idea for pretty much most of the game. And with this case sample, you go into Sunday with Friday, with a bit of Friday and Saturday training, and just overall, like it looks, it's looking promising. It's looking promising. Even when we were losing, even if we had lost, just looking at the way in which we played today, it's like keep pushing in that direction, the better results will follow. Right? The better results do tend to follow when you do play good football, but you do work to be effective at the same time. And I think we're going the right direction. People will say, "Oh, it's only Bodo Glimt." Listen, Bodo Glimt are not a bad performing team. They've given a lot of teams a lot of a lot of difficult games. Like they beat Braga away. They beat Porto at home. They drew with Union St. Gilles away. Beat I think they were going for a Champions League qualification, but didn't manage it. But yeah, lost to Karabag. Lost to Karabag in their last round. But they're not a bad team. They're not a bad team. But I think the focus for us today was just on us. How well do we play? How much have we learnt from Sunday? And how much will we develop today, pushing into this coming Sunday when we play against Everton? So from what I've seen, I'm relatively happy. I don't know how other Man United fans feel, but I'm uh, I'm convinced with the progression from today. Definitely convinced. It's it's better than nothing. Definitely better than nothing. But nonetheless. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section, watching playback. But yeah, for me, it's better. It's definitely better than what we saw on Sunday. We didn't really control the game. Today we did, and yeah, let's try and do even more, get even better against Everton. Let's see to it. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Take care, and I believe we'll be back tomorrow to run a look ahead towards the Everton game. So do be sure to check back in for that. Thanks for watching. Take care, and we'll see you again tomorrow.